But you survived.
So he just sort of like looks at you and just goes like, "If you say so." Um, Look, the fact that you fought a demon, like even just a demon host, is incredible. However, it's not the most incredible thing I've seen, not by a long shot. You did see that spider creature, yes?
Hmm?
That is Madame Crow's pet.
Oh.
That creature is from pre-divide, or at least it is a leftover from it. It is able to phase between our reality and the Phantom Realm, the land of the lost dead. It sort of hunts souls, both living and dead. It feeds on life force and flesh alike. It is a very strange and horrifying creature, and I am glad it is on our side.
As he
I,
brings up the encounter with the demon, I kind of want to speak up and ask if he knows anything about the current status of that guy that ended up being the demon's host, Raven.
Oh, uh, I'm not familiar with the person themselves, no, but I haven't heard of any, like, announcements of public executions or anything, if that's what you're asking.
good thing, yeah. Word travels fast. Like,
Oh, yes,
obviously, our.
especially amongst our peoples. We would have definitely have heard something if it would have been brought into the lower levels of the moat. We would have heard something, but no, the Rook hasn't made any announcements to us or anything, no.
Hmm,
Any
interesting.
specialists might be interested in a jailbreak.
What? Repeat yourself, sorry?
I know you lot do all kinds of work around here. You have any jailbreakers?
I mean, I'm sure you could find somebody, but do you not have a job of your own that you need to take care of? These jobs
Yes.
do have a relatively small timetable most of the time when they get posted. I think if you took the Clear Hill job, it's a 2-day job.
What would make it then?
You could rest for the rest of the today and take today off and still do it tomorrow, but I mean, better sooner rather than later, isn't it?
I
No,
mean,
we
if we
can get up
rest,
early.
we
Or do a
could.
half rest.
Short rest.
A normal rest is 8 hours, and taking a short rest, you can regain HP by using your hit dice. Which, you know how your class gives you like a set hit dice under your HP?
Mm-hmm.
You roll those hit dice and you cross out however many you use out of your max, and that's how much HP you gain on a short rest.
Yeah.
Well, you have to repeat all that again.
So if you guys are gonna
Under
take,
hits
if
what?
you're gonna, okay, do you guys want to take a 1 hour rest here and try and regain some HP?
I mean, do we need to?
I'm sure Corvus and Maverick do.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Maybe.
kind of got into a massive bar fight with a dude who actually knows how to throw hands, even if he was drunk.
It was
Okay, fair enough.
mostly Corvus over here. I just,
I mean, he kind of socked
Put
you for
back.
what, 5 damage?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, 32, 31, 34. It was 4. Corvus's
Maverick
was
wasn't so much
5.
in a fight as Maverick got his ass kicked, but I got in a fight.
Yeah, he got in the fight and I took the money, man.
You got socked in the jaw and he got into a fight.
No,
Yeah.
And
He
that was a
wasn't
damn,
attacking
I gotta
trying to.
say, that was a damn good fight. That was a back and forth fun fight. How much HP did it leave you with? Corvus? Squirrel?
4,
4?
34
34. Out of what?
out of 39.
yeah, because he got you for 5. He got me for 4. He got him for 5.
I think he got you for 10, didn't he?
He only hit me once. It's
I thought he hit you
my
twice.
Yeah, yeah. I think because
The first one was
first
the
damage was 5.
Yeah, the first damage was the kick to the because wait, no, because he missed that one.
Yeah,
They
when he
missed
went
that.
to like
They missed the first one. They got up, kicked him in the ribs, and then
but
he
No, he
hit
hit the first.
again. But
No, he hit the first one, missed the kick to the ribs after flipping the table.
yeah,
Mhm. And then I know I disappeared between times, so I don't know what happened after that.
that's all it was. He made the first hit, knocked me back, and then rolled off the table. He tried for the second hit, missed, and then I haymakered him.
Right, because you left him with 5 HP. You didn't knock him out.
He
That's what
only
it
actually
was.
hit me once.
Yeah. You're right. I forgot because the fight didn't continue. If the fight had continued and like he didn't pull out his weapon, he probably would have gotten another hit in doing 10, but he also would have gotten knocked out. He would have gotten slumped.
I was ready to slump that motherfucker.
I know you were, but that motherfucker, I rolled like a little fucking thing for it to see if he would like snap or not because he was already pissed and he was drunk as fuck. And he was reaching for his fucking short sword. Dude's a monk, so dude knows how to fight.
Monks are good at hand-to-hand combat. I just beat a monk single-handedly.
Yeah, the monk's whole thing is they roll a d4 and then add their stats to the d4 as if it was a weapon, right? But he consistently rolled threes and doesn't have good stats because he doesn't treat himself very well. He doesn't like work out or anything like that. He has a fairly shitty bod, but like he knows how to fight. He knows how to scrap.
So we're gonna take an hour long or short rest here,
And
and
just like
then
roll a hit dice to heal yourself. It's one hit dice plus your
I mean, if
constitution's
they
what you
need
heal.
to, I can do.
Well, no, don't waste anything is what I'm saying. Cause
I can do a short rest, lay on hands.
no, don't do lay on
With
hands.
Dan.
Cause like you don't have to do anything. What
Oh,
they can do is because I want them to do this so that they can understand how it works.
all right.
Since you as a rogue maverick, I believe you get what a d6 every level for your hit dice.
I don't remember. Where would that find that at?
You're on D&D Beyond, correct?
Yes.
Whenever you go to your character, 1 second.
Mhm.
Let me go to the character I just made. So you see the campfire on the ability saves and senses at the top of your screen, right?
Mhm.
Hit that. Hit short rest, and then you're gonna choose however many you hit die you want to heal your HP.
Oh. During the rest, automatically apply healing with dice.
And
Okay.
you,
It's
Corvus,
rogue. Rogue hit dice is 1 8 plus 2, total 2, and then Blood Hunter hit dice 1d10 plus 2, total 1.
that's how many hit dice you have. You have a total of 2 hit dice for your rogue, which lets you roll 1d8 plus 2. Um, also, 1 second. Yeah, you're not gonna actually like roll anything there, but this is just how you see what you roll. You are going to roll it manually yourself,
Okay.
but this is just where you see your short rest stats. For you, Maverick, or not Maverick, but Corvus, on your character sheet, you should see near where you see your HP, right? You should also see hit die, and it should say
Yeah,
like 1d10 for a fighter.
that's a 3d10.
Yeah, you have 3 of those because you have 3 levels in fighter. So you can roll 1d10 and then add your constitution modifier for a short rest.
One's the d10.
You can do as many of those as you want, but for now 1 should be enough.
Get this one for you. What?
So just add however many you guys heal to your character's HP, and we can continue.
Well, I rolled a 1, so I didn't do much.
Well, what is
So am I
your
using-
constitution?
Constitution is +3.
So you got 4 total.
But you got
All but
almost.
1 HP.
Yeah.
Can you live with that?
Yeah, I can look that.
All right. What were you asking, Maverick?
Oh, do I get to choose which dice I use, or should
Yeah, you can choose.
do
You can choose which one. You can choose to either do the rogue or the blood hunter.
Blood Hunter. I guess I'll do Blood Hunter. 1d10. That's the double-digit one, right? Or the single-digit?
Do the single digit one.
Okay.
The double digit one is called the D100 dice.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
Yeah. You get 2 of those, and that's your 100.
6 plus
So
2,
then you got 8 total, which means you're probably back up to full.
8. Yeah.
You can't go beyond your maximum.
Right.
So with that, let's go ahead and move on. What do you guys want to do?
Yes, we're going. Are we going to Clear Hill?
Yes, but how are you guys getting there? That's the
Weren't we
real
going to
question.
try to go for a wagon?
Are you?
As in character, I'm gonna look on them. As I'm assuming they're asking us how we're getting there in character.
Sure. We can see that.
Trying to see how much gold I actually have. Where is it?
Also, how much traveling? Or are we not? How
What?
much food do we have for traveling? Or are we not worried about that?
We'll say that you guys can like get loaded on general supplies pretty easily.
Okay.
A
'Cause
wagon?
how much would a
Well,
wagon cost us?
A wagon? 1 second.
And we're not talking comfortable or nothing like that. Like,
No, I know the shittiest fucking wagon. I got you.
yeah.
Oh, we're
I
rich
mean, we're
now.
talking
What do we
diseased
bring?
horse, but I need the horse combo too. Or no, I don't actually. No, I don't.
Horse?
You don't need a horse.
Why don't you need a horse?
Colin's gonna reach down, grab the 2 fuzzy Pokeballs, whatever we called these. I don't remember.
The cheapest cost for a wagon and all of its like various like components for like the stirs and everything, not stirs but like the like the lashes and everything that you would need and everything you need to steer it.
Mm-hmm.
All of that in total is going to cost you 50 GP.
Oh, I can easily afford that.
As is just like a standard manufacturer shitty wooden carriage with a
Yeah.
wobbly wheel.
Can I get the wobble wheel fixed for a little bit more?
100.
I'll take it.
100 just to fix the tire?
100
Wait,
total.
100 to fix the tire? 100 total? Yeah, 100 total is fine.
All right. You now have a 400-pound wagon that can carry a relatively large amount of shit, I guess.
All right, and I'm gonna use one of the Pokeballs and hope I get the goat or the bear. I'll take either one.
Hold on 1 second.
Wait, are these the same balls that you used in the capital of fucking Ghost Escape?
Yep.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I know.
It's always cool when a fucking last feature comes back.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
1 second. Okay. You do see that they do offer like armor for wagons for like mercenaries that are doing relatively dangerous work. If you want to know how much that would cost,
Can't afford it.
it's 250 GP.
I'm broke.
All right,
Like 100 is like the most I was willing to spend.
all right. So with that 100, you now have a wagon with nothing on it, and a harness and everything made for a horse. Adjustable for
Yes.
different horse sizes, but made for a horse.
We might have to do some work with it, but we can make it with.
All right. It
Um,
is currently waiting for you on a small side road that leads to the path around the whole main dense part of the forest.
all right, and I still want to use to hook it up. I'm gonna use the rusty bag of tricks.
All right, go ahead and roll me a d8, sir. Let's see what you pull out.
But it ain't something small. I got 2 charges until dawn. It says it recharges at dawn. This one, yeah, it says double pyramid.
It's the double pyramid.
Got a 4.
A 4. You pull out this small gray ball with 2 small little ram horns in the sides that are like tiny little spirals, different from the one you pulled up before. And you throw it down, and it's just a regular sized goat. Just bah!
It can't carry this cart, can
Yeah.
it? It can't carry. It can't carry this cart, can it?
It starts chewing on the harness, which is way too big
Ah!
for it.
All right, I'm using one more charge. How much? How much is a horse?
A horse? One
Yeah,
second, sir.
Bah.
yeah. I'm keeping the goat. The goat's going in the wagon with us.
A horse, a shitty little horse will cost you another 75 GP.
Maverick, you want to chip in on that?
Now, if you want to get like a donkey or a mule or something like that that might not listen to you, that'll cost you 25.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
All right.
What?
Yeah, you get a small stone colored donkey, the runt of the litter, with deep
Dumbass.
onyx like mane and everything. And his name is Rockstar.
Rockstar the donkey.
The person who sells it to you is
All
this
right.
old one-eyed old man with a single loose tooth in his large underbite, and he just goes like, "Yeah, his name is Rockstar. He's the runt of the litter, but the only one who survived. So he's my little Rockstar."
I'll chip in 20.
Can we get a second one?
The wagon can only hold one horse. It's a single horse pulled wagon. Only has enough harness space for a single horse.
Then we got Rockstar. We're good. We got Rockstar.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like Rockstar.
I like
Rockstar's a
Rockstar.
female, by
I
the
like
way.
Rockstar.
Rockstar is a
I'm okay
she.
with that.
Just to make you guys aware.
She's okay with that.
Yeah, she's okay with that. So yeah, it just she might not listen to you the whole time, but I'm sure if you pull hard enough, she'll listen to you or kick you, one of the two. He hands you a little
Yeah,
like shitty,
I
like
would too.
moldy rope leash attached to her neck, and she just sort of like is eating grass, not really paying attention to anything going on. You try and like pull her
I like
towards the
her.
wagon. You just can't. Like her neck doesn't even move at all. It's just fucking eating grass.
I love Rockstar so much.
Do I need? I know he does.
Off in the distance, you hear.
Oh, that's in the wagon.
Yeah, which is why I said off in the
That one's
distance.
going in the wagon.
You guys are a little far from the wagon right now. The goat's guarding the wagon.
Okay. Well, I'm
If you do want to
gonna
get like a saddle and
ask
stuff
one
for
of
it, just in case you want to like ride it separate from the wagon, you can. It's up to you. You don't need a
I
saddle
can't afford anything else.
ride a mule. Ride an ass, you know.
Came to town. Yo, mama's ass.
What is that from Black Jesus, right? Black
Yeah.
Jesus.
Black Jesus.
You said we have a cart, right? What's that under?
I rode it down on an ass. Yo mama's
Okay.
ass. Black Jesus. All
Black
right.
Jesus.
So, what are you gonna do to try and get Rockstar to move? Because she's just enjoying the grass, the shitty, patchy yellow grass in this area.
Uh,
Good at animal handling.
You
yeah.
are?
Who am I?
Are you? I
Who
don't
is?
know.
I, I do not know if I am or not.
Like myself. I don't know either.
I'm dealing with technical issues. Give me just a second. My
+1 in my
charger seemed like
creative.
my charger might have just decided to crap itself out, and my phone is dying.
Crackling.
So maybe
What?
What's up?
we'll fall asleep again. Oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Does any? So who's gonna try and
Uh,
move this donkey?
If I'm not. I gave
I'll
the
try.
gold buzzet.
I'll do it. I'll kind of grab the ropes and kind of.
uh, yeah, I don't have any animal
Yeah,
handling,
go ahead
so
and give me an animal handling check, sir. I'll say you can do animal handling, survival, or intimidation. Your choice.
Oh, really? Okay.
You can try and make it obey your command by sheer anger and like determination and obedience.
if he can't do it with that, I'm gonna do intimidation on it.
Well, I mean, if he's going to use intimidation, it's going to make the intimidation check harder. So what are you going to try and
What's your
use?
intimidation?
So it could be animal
Animal
handling or
handling,
what?
survival, or intimidation. I mean, you can also do persuasion.
Yeah, I have the same plus as all three of those. It's all three at +1.
All right. So what do
I
you
got
want?
a
What
plus
do you
four
want to do?
intimidation, so I'll do intimidation over you.
You're going to try and scare it to get moving. Go like, get on! Smack it in the ass.
Yeah, I'll do intimidation.
All right.
So
Roll a
here a little
d20,
bit.
sir.
Do what?
Roll a.
And you wanted to do
Who's rolling the 20? Am I rolling
I
the 20
don't.
or
I
is he
don't
rolling the
know.
20?
No.
You guys decide. I don't decide.
Well, I have a
Ow.
plus four for intimidation.
doing intimidation?
All right,
All right, then I'll do animal handling.
mine's a.
Well, we're doing them separate. Who's doing what first?
I'm doing intimidation
So you're going
to
to
try to
try and
get it.
intimidate it first. And then if
Yes,
yours doesn't work, Corvus is going to do his.
yes.
Okay. Would you roll for intimidation, sir?
22.
You sort of walk up behind it, fucking slap it in the ass, and it immediately just like starts moving with whoever else is pulling the rope and starts like following them.
Do I use a claw for that?
No, only if you choose to.
No. I do. I want just enough to tip it over the edge and know not to try me again.
So you're gonna do damage to it.
Uh,
Claws are gonna do damage to it.
no. No.
All right.
But actually, I have a question that might come up in the future.
Hmm.
What's that?
Has have a trait and feature.
Emissary of the Sea. Is that what you're gonna ask about?
It says I can communicate with any creature that has a swim speed. Does it
So
have to be
yes,
aquatic?
yeah, yes, donkeys can swim, but they do not have a swim speed. Swim speeds are listed on stat blocks as creatures that are like familiar with the water. But if a creature is not naturally familiar with the water or anything like that and can still swim, it's just its movement speed but halved. Donkeys do not have a swim speed. So they would take their movement speed and half it. That's how fast they can swim. So no,
So,
you could not
so,
communicate with them.
it's not necessarily anything that can swim, but it has to have a listed swim.
It has to be familiar with the water, yes. It has to have a listed swim speed.
That's probably just gonna mostly be aquatic creatures and shit.
Yeah, but technically speaking, you could probably do like other like people that aren't like familiar with your language. Say you come across like a group of mermaids that don't speak common. You could communicate with them.
Has he? But what has he used? Does he know how to use this ability as a character?
Yeah. I mean, he knows he has it. He knows he just
Has he used this ability
he has
before as a character?
he has a familiar. I mean, it's just like him having like a familiarity with creatures of the sea. Him kind of just being like how a Native American would walk up to a horse and start talking to a horse. Motherfucker.
What the hell?
Did you hear me?
But
No, I didn't hear you.
It's kind of like how a Native American would walk up to a horse and talk to a horse, and sometimes the horse would seemingly like react to it as if it understood. That's what squirrel can do for aquatic creatures, and
donkeys listening to us now.
he knows he has that ability. He is familiar with that
Okay.
ability. It is just like my family once told me that you can speak to creatures of the sea and they will listen, but only if you tell them correctly, kind of thing.
Okay.
Is that kind of what Tritons are? Is like underwater Native Americans.
That's kind of what I imagine it so far, yeah.
Okay. That's weird. Okay.
Kind of funny
Yeah.
because
Well, I mean,
It's kind of funny because what?
I went from being Chief runs with wind to being Blackbeard almost overnight.
I mean, I wouldn't say it happened overnight. It was definitely like a slow progression of personality.
Yeah, it was several years, so I guess that's true.
And it
Yeah, I
was,
like that about my character because it shows you can have growth and stuff. It's neat.
yeah. You
Oh,
could
I wouldn't like.
both forward and backward.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Anyways,
more of a backward growth.
what is the group doing? You guys now
ready.
have your donkey with your wagon. What do you guys want to do? You guys are just gonna harness it up and get moving?
Yep. Let's go that town.
Donkeys do move at a slower pace than horses, so it'll take a bit longer. Normally with a horse, it would take roughly. Let me pull up my notes again. That's not my notes. This is my notes. It would take roughly 16 hours on cart, roughly, but with a like a slow mule or donkey or something like that pulling it, it'd probably take closer to 18, a couple more hours on top of it. As you guys
Okay.
are traversing around the whole forest, essentially. Going to the opposite side of the forest where Clear Hill is.
I guess during that time we can do
Or you
whatever.
guys
I'm not
could
really
choose
sure.
to go through the actual jungle itself and use the footpaths. Mules are known for being able to like traverse harder paths than horses. That's why people would use them for
How long
like
would it take
mountain
to go?
traveling and
Probably.
stuff.
Let's go that way. Yeah.
That would roughly take you about 10 hours, whereas like on foot it would take you about 8. On foot it would be faster that way, but you also wouldn't be able to carry all your shit, and also would not have a wagon with you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That works out to this way.
you guys gonna take that way? 10 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you
Yeah.
guys don't really have to roll anything to keep your donkey like safe throughout the travel, just to make sure it doesn't like take any extra time to stop and do whatever the fuck it wants. You know what I mean? So I am gonna make you guys do like animal handling checks to keep it moving, keep it going fast. Um,
Mhm.
so let's go ahead and roll one as you guys leave the town.
Rolling it.
Animal handling.
Yeah, whoever's driving.
Who
We're
is
gonna
driving?
if you guys want to split it up into hourly sections, we could do like 3 hours per person. It would roughly equate
All
to
right.
be about the full time.
Yeah. So Ellen started off driving because he was the one named Rockstar.
All right.
So
Right. Right.
say
Right.
he drives for about 3 hours, and then
All right, so go ahead and roll an animal handling check for this rock star.
Oh no.
oh no.
What'd you get?
A one.
Oh
I didn't
God,
roll a one. I didn't roll a one.
what'd you get?
I landed. I got two, but I got a -1 to animal handling.
All right, so with that, um, because it wasn't a natural one, I won't make you take super long, but it does take like an extra 30 minutes because you're kind of just sitting there as you know what? Because you actually rolled decently high in on intimidation, I'll give you advantage. So go ahead and roll again.
Okay. 18.
18. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we'll say that an 18 is enough for you to at least get it moving for now. Um,
Yeah.
not wanting to get slapped on the ass again, Rockstar gets moving pretty easily, and you guys now have all of your shit just comfortably on the back of this wagon, all loaded up. And Sorrentus sort of like nods as you leave, and the old man is just like, "Bye, Rockstar! I hope you have a new happy life with your family." Just waves him off with his one arm.
Goes to the back of the wagon like
I'm
ah.
totally gonna die.
Yeah, the ghost just. "Ah!" It's just like, oh, they have a goat too. Well, more for the family, I suppose.
How long does the goat last? I like the goat.
Goat lasts 24
Until
hours.
dawn. It says until the next dawn.
Yeah, so roughly 24 hours, depending on when you use it.
But it also depends on what time of day it is.
Yeah. At most 24 hours. So, As you guys start traveling through the deep forest, um, the first 3 hours are relatively uneventful. Can I get somebody to roll a d4?
I got it. 6. Which one's a 4?
The triangle.
I have a D4.
Yeah, one right here.
You should. Every set comes with a pyramid.
I don't have a pyramid in here.
You lost your pyramid? Those
How
ones
many
are.
dice am I supposed
You're supposed to have 7?
I have 6.
Yeah,
Fuck.
D4.
You're supposed to have two d10s, a d6, a d4, a d8, a d12, and a d20. Your d4 is your pyramid. If you don't have a d4, you do have a d8. Just, you know, do every two numbers as a 1. So roll your d8 instead.
8. That is
A
the
4.
diamond.
Yep. If you roll an 8, it would be a 4. If you roll a 6, it would be a 3. 4 would be a 2. 2 would be a 1.
7.
That would be a 4. So as you, we'll say that you take over because you rolled. So as you take the reins over for Cullen, it begins to pour rain hard. So go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
11.
11. Um, we'll say that's enough, just because like Rockstar kind of wants to get out of the rain and feels that moving along the road is the best way to get out of the rain and get to like a denser canopy. But I will say that she is like trying to stop every now and again underneath a like a denser tree or something like that. So it adds another 20 minutes to your travel. Um, but she doesn't like full on stop anywhere. But with that, yeah, so clouds begin to move in. It becomes like very like almost dark as night fall. But just because it's like pouring rain and the clouds are that dense. But roughly it's probably about noon at this point. Um, Probably about 2 o'clock ish actually. And with that, another 3 hours pass. We'll see about 3.5 because of the extra time needed. So with that, you then switch over to Maverick. Maverick, go ahead and roll me a d4
Okay.
and an animal handling check.
Animal handling check. D- The D4 is the triangle one, right?
Yep, that's gonna be for the a separate roll than your animal handling check.
3.
A
3.
3. All right. What'd you roll for your animal handling check?
Oh, sorry. Which one is it?
That's a d20.
It's a D20.
Yeah, any skill check is gonna be a d20.
Gotcha. I'm gonna keep forgetting. I'm sorry. But 14.
A 14.
Mhm.
A 14 again is gonna add like probably another 20 to your time, and about we'll say 2 hours in, the rain begins to let up a decent amount, but not enough to the point where it's like clear. It's just like light rainfall at this point. Um, any of you guys that do not have any sort of like protective gear from the rain are now soaked. Uh, so is the goat, which still goes "Ah!" in the back, you know. And so was Rockstar. All of you guys are kind of just soaked, and the wood beneath you has absorbed a lot of the water and is not comfortable at all. So with that, uh, you see a few figures traveling through the forest ahead of you, about 100 feet. You see three hooded figures, one of which walking with a staff. The other two are like relatively hunched over.
as we get closer to them. Shout from the back of the wagon. Oi, move out of the way! Unless you want to get run over.
You wouldn't. You're not driving.
I'm in the back.
Yeah, he's leaning
Uh,
over as the approach. It's funny because Rockstar isn't exactly moving at like a breakneck speed or anything like that. She's definitely just like trotting along at a really comfortable pace. So it's not like it's not like you guys are barreling down the road and they're just gonna get like blown apart if they get hit. They're just gonna be like, oh, wait for the cart to pass.
That's like
It's all right. Just give it a second.
anytime.
All right, now we're good.
that's like going down the street on a moped, being all like, "I'm gonna crash! Get out of the way!"
Exactly. That's like going down on one of those fucking like one of those like hoverboard things that was super popular in like 2018. It's
Yeah,
like driving around on one of those, just going like, "Look out, everyone! I can't control it."
You start
I can
spinning in
just
circles.
imagine it.
Like that's the equivalent of what you're doing. So the hooded figure in the front with the staff turns, and you see like a very pale red sort of scaled snout poking through the hood, and they sort of turn with the like bright green glistening eyes and just go, "Greetings, welcome. What can we do for you?" And then one of the other hunched figures that just goes like, "They're not here for us, brother. They are just traveling through. Can you not see their cart? That is why he is saying move." And then the another hunched over figure just says, "Well, they could be asking for directions. You don't know. We should probably help them." And then the figure with the staff sort of like walks, like they all sort of get to the side of the road and they begin walking towards you guys in a little like short midget waddle almost, and you start to see that as they get closer, these guys are probably about 3 or 4 feet in height.
Okay. I'm just gonna, because Wolf's driving, right?
Yes.
I want Tap Wolf and basically, or Maverick and, or as Colin, Maverick's gonna, I want Tap Maverick and be like, just let him on the cart. We're going to Clear Hill. Let's go. We got time to stop.
So as you guys
No.
drive by, they sort of go like, "Greetings, brothers!" And then you guys keep driving along, and they're just like, "Oh, well, good day, brothers!" And they begin
Okay.
walking again.
No, I mean, I thought we were stopping for him.
Oh, are we? Are you guys?
Yeah. Yeah, I was telling Wolf, Maverick to stop for him.
I thought you said you don't have time. I thought that's what you said. My apologies.
I know.
they're
Yeah.
saying, they're saying like we don't have time to actually stop the cart, so we just gotta scoop them up.
Yeah. Scoop him and go.
Oh, you guys
They're
want
just gonna
to? You
ride
guys
with
want
us.
to try and scoop them?
Yeah, scoop them and ride with them. Let's like basically say, hey, if you want to go where we're going, we'll take you. We'll help you out, so you ain't gotta walk.
Well, where are you going?
We're heading to Clear Hill.
Well, we're just going deeper into the forest, so I suppose we could probably hop off in about an hour or so.
Fine on me.
They all climb onto the back as you guys keep moving. A couple of them take off their hoods. The two hunched figures do, but the one of the staff keeps his hood up and lays his staff over his lap. The staff is big enough to lay across the lap of all three of them, which it does. And they all just sit across from the other two in the back and are just like, "Well, thank you for the ride."
While they're getting on, I'm looking at Corvus and being like, you know what's going on, right? Wait, what? Okay, character what? No, I wouldn't know that in character. My character wouldn't act that way.
What's going
And
on?
I'm trying to re-role play that, and I'm too much role playing that.
No, you're good.
Said
Uh,
there's scaly, right? Do I have any
Yeah.
familiarity?
As the two hunched over figures take off their hoods, they reveal themselves to be kobolds. Those familiar with the like prime species know that they are loosely related to Dragonborn and come from the like western side of the continent.
Okay, so I don't have reason to hate them.
No, they're not like a trespasser race or anything like that. They are just like uh, they are essentially the halfling race for Dragonborn.
Okay.
Really short, stumpy dragonborns.
Yes,
They were the
um, they have like dragon-esque sort of heads, but very small, stout, lithe bodies. Um,
they were the prototypes that got denied.
that is not even close to true, but okay.
Okay.
Um,
While they're getting on, I just want to kind of insight check to make sure they're not trying to anything evil while they're getting on my cart.
all right, go ahead and give me a perception check, or do you want to like insight check to see like get a vibe check from them?
I'm gonna get a 5 check.
So go ahead and give me an insight check then. Yeah.
I think my insight's 5. So it is not. 17.
17, you get it. You get a relatively genuine vibe from these guys that whatever intention they are putting out is the intention they mean.
Okay. Then I'm
Um,
gonna basically, kind of untense and kind of basically untense myself.
the one of the hunched figures just says,
So, are you all familiar with Siphathrax, the great dragon god of the sky?
and then another hunched figure sort of elbows him. He's just like,
Don't say of the sky. Solar knows of the sky. Can't you see that he is a devout follower of Solanol, the goddess of the sky, and you can't confuse them just because he flies?
and then the other hunched figure that said the line before just says,
Well, I mean, he is God in the skies, you know.
and then the one of the staff just says,
Quiet, brothers. We are nomads of Siphathrax, meant to spread his word to other kingdoms in the area. And if you do not know of Siphathrax, we could gladly enlighten you. We hail from a kingdom in the west, worships Siphathrax, the Ancient of Fire, the Cauldron of the Earth, the kiln that forged the steel that built the very mountains where we were born. Are you all familiar?
Okay, tension's back.
I keep driving. I just roll my eyes.
I'm not I listen, but I'm not happy with him mixing Solonol and them up.
the goblins clearly get a clearly see the like the disdain and you mixing them up, and just the one of the hunched over figures like elbows the other and just says,
See, you've ticked them off. Now you won't want to listen to us at all. You asshole. This is exactly why we can't get anyone to listen to us.
and then the one of the staff sort of picks the staff up and slams it onto the legs of both of the other two and just says,
Quiet! Now, Siphathrax, aided by one of the great other ancients, the Ancient of the Earth, forged the very ground we walk upon. It was forged in the steel that forged the ground, was made within the belly of Siphathrax, spat out onto the earth, the plain silt that it was before, and forged into mountains, carved into caverns, and any individual malfunction in that plan was reset melted away and rebuilt again by Sivithrax himself. The land is perfect, in his image, and we live within it. We,
As he points to his fellow brothers.
we live with him. In his blood, in his mind, we live with him. And he gives us great strength. In his fire, we have courage. We have duty.
And he begins to like stand as he says this.
Sivithrax will return one day. He will fly in the sky, burning all those who do not belong, who should not be, resetting this world to what it once was.
And he like points the staff to the sky, and there's like a small little spark that he creates with it.
I reach up and grab him by his shirt,
Hang
pull him
on,
back
hang
into
on.
it.
I got this. I got this. I got this. I want this.
And he sort of sits back down and just says,
But of course, that is just one of the many prophecies that we have.
Okay, I got a 15 to my religion check,
yes.
but I want to. So, do I accept his religion as a new doctrine, or
Sifithrax
how does it?
is
Do
an
I know
ancient.
that this is accurate?
Sifithrax is an ancient that you know of. The Sifithrax is the ancient of fire, and yes, Sifithrax helped forge the world. Let me pull up the rest of the names of the gods real fast.
Like what he's preaching, am I okay with it? Because does it fall in line with Solonol's religion? Like what doctrine I would have been taught?
One second. Yeah, so Chronol, the Ancient of Earth, and Sifithrax, the Ancient of Fire, worked together to forge the world. They forged the very ground that everyone walks upon. That is like the creation myth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like Sifithrax was known to, like, any time that there was a problem with the world they created, like say there was a mistake in the way that the mountains were created to the point where the mountains themselves needed to be reset. He was the one who turned them into volcanoes to then reset the land around it. That is like the legend, that anytime a volcano happens, it is because he is willing the area around it to be reset. He does not like what had happened to the area and is resetting it.
But does it
So
fit
he
with the
like
line of
this whole prophecy thing is not something you are familiar with, but you are familiar with him being known as like the Great Resetter, or like the kiln of the earth, the one who melts the ground, that kind of shit.
okay? But the prophecy part. So, what is Solon's prophecy? Like,
Solonul
what
does
is
not have
the
any
end goal
prophecies
for
that
our
you
religion?
know. Like you don't know any prophecies. Solonul just preaches about like being one with nature, like protecting the state of the earth, and like protecting the people within it. It is
So it's
it is
nothing you
it
would
is
have to
it,
be.
it is all just like protect those around you and those that follow the same faith as you, sort of thing.
So Solon would be like level one as another or something like that.
Solonul is seen as the light in the dark. She is seen as like the watcher over humanity, to make sure that we actually have a light now that the gods themselves are gone. She gave up one of her eyes to create the sun, and she also gave up she gave up her right arm and a piece of like the light of her eye to create the moon and the moon god, which you know that. So she is known for giving like many sacrifices to for the greater good. So her whole thing is like sacrifice for the better of others, and devote yourself to what you believe in.
Okay, so as he's basically shouting that